Hey guys, Andrew with Pride Movement Fitness. If you are alive right now, you have probably heard somebody say this, or you have probably even told somebody yourself this. Your environment and the people that you associate with are going to affect many, if not all, aspects of your life. This is something that we're told from a very young age. You know, your parents will tell you, oh, don't hang out with that kid because, you know, they're X, Y, or Z. You know, it's something that's basically programmed in our head. But for some reason, when it comes to fitness, we resist that. We resist it a lot, and it's something that always kind of confused me, because when I look at my own life, I don't think it's a surprise that the majority of the people that I'm friends with are also involved in health and fitness. You know, the whole birds of a feather flock together kind of deal. But we don't seem to carry that into our exercise. And I don't know if it's fear. I don't know if it's, you know, worry about, you know, what are my friends going to think if I just, you know, start getting distant from them. But the main focus of this isn't about, you know, nixing friendships or, you know, stopping contact with different people in your life. It's more about your immediate environment. Right now, depending on what your goal is, you've got certain foods in your house, okay? And I don't think I have to tell you this, but the foods that you are constantly buying are going to have that effect. If there's a food in your house, you are going to eat it at some point in time. But to kind of give you a clear perspective on this, back during the Vietnam War, I believe the number was 50%, or excuse me, 20% of people who entered Vietnam became addicted to opium or some other kind of drug. 50% of those, that happened in their first 3 months being in Vietnam. When they came back, you know, when the war was over, 20% of those were severely addicted, meaning that when they were no longer taking that drug, they noticed severe withdrawal symptoms. I can't remember the exact time period, but over a period of time, and keep in mind, these people were addicted to the point that they were consistently using it. I mean, it was the government was actually worried about them coming back and basically just, you know, without putting it, I don't quite know how to put this, but essentially, you know, bringing this drug addict culture back to the States. And, you know, this was around the time of the whole war on drugs and yada, yada, yada. So it was a big concern to them. Now, after a period of time of them coming back, even though while they were there, they couldn't abstain from drug use, they come back, and even of that 20%, all the vets who were using different drugs there, only 1% remained affected. Why? It's their environment. Now, when this carries over to health and fitness, obviously I can't tell you, well, your environment is really bad and it's affecting your, you know, your weight, whether it's, you know, you're trying to make it go up or down. You can't just up and move. That's not really an option that we have. But what you can do is you can control the environment that you create. The foods that you're actually buying, are you bringing foods into your house that you know are not going to be conducive toward your goal? Are you, and even if there's other people in your house, you know, are you buying foods for them that you know you're gonna, you know, snag one or two of? It's a hard thing to do, especially if you're a parent. But I remember when I was a kid, I ate the foods that my mom ate. I didn't have a choice. And luckily for me, a lot of the foods that my mom bought were health focused. You know, like we're freaking trying gluten-free at one point in time when I was in like middle school or something like that. You cannot be afraid to change your environment. You cannot be afraid to change your purchasing habits. Everything that you do is going to affect your weight loss. And any changes that your body makes is just a reflection of what you are or are not doing. Done.